The title of this upload is Have You Had Enough Yet? Are you exhausted with seeking? Some years ago, in all the reading and watching videos and anything that I thought would liberate me, I decided to contact a lady who I knew was very much awake. And hello. And so in this session that I had with her, towards the end, she said, and it may never happen. And then we ended the session, and I was absolutely devastated. You know, the separate me was completely devastated. And then within seconds, I felt completely liberated. Two extreme emotions, really, although the liberation didn't really feel emotional, but two extreme standpoints in literally a minute. And then what happened after that is all the avid reading and listening to uploads just fell away. I just had no interest. I mentioned in the previous video about trying to build businesses and the attachments and projections and trying to keep the separate self alive. Well, her saying that it might never happen, meaning self-realization, was a massive blow. But then some intelligent mechanism in that just let it all go. And again, so much just left me. I had no interest whatsoever in anything. And when I look back, as it always is, the looking back, I realised that what had happened was the reaching out had collapsed. And then it was the journey back in that I needed. And that's why so many aspects of the seeking just fell away. The reaching, not everything, but a lot of it. And I was really, really grateful that what appeared to be an awful thing was a gift. Because I could see that in my reaction, the body's reaction was, I'm never going to get it, which of course we're not, because we don't get anything. We don't get anything out of this. And just to explain that further, in the past, I would have wanted some kind of recognition for something that I'd done. Again, a sort of byproduct of my conditioning, negative conditioning as a child. So I always, with sort of low self-esteem and looking to be validated in some way or to have some kind of recognition. But deep down, it was, it was love. And the funny thing was that after I started to have awakenings, and then people would compliment me on certain things I'd done or said, it didn't mean anything. Because there's nobody here anymore that needed that. There wasn't that separate me that desperately needed that, all of those things. And that's kind of the cosmic joke. It really is a joke, because you can be under the illusion that self-realization is adding something on to you, and it's not. And you see that, well, I don't care. I don't care anymore about those things. It's quite funny, really, that you can chase after all of these things because you want some kind of recognition. And then finally, something happens, the consciousness cracks you open in some way, and it all falls away. You see, that's why it isn't you that becomes self-realized or enlightened. It's not you. It is just that it sees itself. And so there can be a time of disorientation where you're realigning yourself with your true nature. That's not me, it's the dog. The exhaustion, the being fed up with seeking, you reach a point where you just can't do it anymore, that you can't invest any more energy into this. And that's great. That's a really good place to be. Then you turn inward. You turn inward where you start to then go on the inner journey of finding your true nature.